This is my point about this MAGA people. I do not, if you're going to be a white supremacist and you're going to outwardly accuse immigrants of being criminals when they're not and deny them due process, and you're going to accuse LGBTQ plus people in the most horrible, old, antiquated trope imaginable that they're bad for children, when Bridget could give two about her kids when she's out scissoring with the woman with whom they had the menage a trois with. And I don't care if Bridget wants to scissor, swing for the fences, scissor away, but don't be a hypocrite. But these people, the Bridgets, the Kitten Heels, the J.D. Vances, if you're going to be hateful towards marginalized people, yet you want to enrich your life with the art that diversity and being an ally of the LGBTQ plus, and to not understand how much more difficult it is for these people to fight for their right to free expression in the horrid place that you want to make America, where it's white, white only, binary choices only, that they did it despite you. And then you want to go and enjoy in your spare time, you want to go listen to Freddie Mercury, you queen, you.
No, I completely agree. I mean, it's hypocrites straight down the line.
On the I've Had It podcast, Jennifer Welch went scorched earth on the fascists.
But in your public positioning, if you're going to belittle and be a bigot and demean and try to make these spaces, public spaces, less safe for our fellow Americans because you're so goddamn broken, you don't get to listen to gay music. You don't get to listen to black music. You don't get to go to basketball games. Quit watching football. Quit eating at Mexican restaurants. You go to Cracker Barrel and you go watch, what's that Kirk Cameron show in the 80s?
Growing Pains, is that right?
Growing Pains. Go watch Growing Pains or go watch some Bible show and go eat at Cracker Barrel. That's it. No diversity for you. I think that we need to, they don't get to experience the beauty and the joy that is the experience of being an American, of living in a multicultural society, because it's my favorite part about being an American. My least favorite part about being an American are the Kitten Heels, the Bridgets, the hypocritical, evangelical, white MAGA Christians that suck. And each and every day they suck more and suck more, and they get worse and worse and worse. And I just want to point out yet again, the architecture of these churches is horrible. If you weren't such despicable hypocrites, it might behoove you to hire a gay architect.
Calling out their hypocrisies one example at a time.
Well, apparently Jennifer Welch, which I didn't know who she was before. Apparently she's kind of
popular. I do watch Bravo occasionally. I watch some of the shows, but I had never heard of her. And we're going to play a clip of her so you'll see if you recognize her. She was on this TV show for Bravo, and now she has a podcast, and she has 1 million people who follow her on the podcast. And the podcast is called I've Had It. But she's clearly a Democrat, and she's putting down Republicans, almost like the deplorable comments, saying because Republicans are against DEI, because Republicans are anti-illegal immigration, you shouldn't be able to eat in a Mexican restaurant or an Indian restaurant or have a gay hairdresser. Listen to this.
Fox News would then play the clip we just saw and react.
She seems pleasant, very enjoyable.
Right. It makes me.
I'd like to work for her.
That's why I never watch Bravo. But I mean, wrap our head around that, because you want to have this country all equal. I don't care what color skin you, everybody's equal. No special advantages for anybody. That means you can't go to get Chinese food? I mean, I've never heard of this.
I actually like Cracker Barrel.
I love it.
I would recommend the Grandma's Breakfast.
But she just categorized that as only Republicans go to Cracker Barrel.
I like it with an extra side of eggs to go with it.
This dude would like Cracker Barrel, though. To the surprise of no one, when you're sitting on that panel, that couch, Fox and Friends, you kind of just let a lot slide.
The problem with Kamala Harris, number one, she has not had her record exploited heavily because people thought and marginalized her. Even in the Democratic Party, they said, wow, what a bad choice Joe Biden made. Number two is she hasn't sat down for an interview. When she sits down in an interview and says, do you want to fund ICE? Where do you stand on Medicare for all? Why didn't you show up The most recent decision, already you got a question. She will not show up for the Prime Minister's joint session of Congress today. She'd rather address in the summer a sorority, a college sorority, like she can't get out of that. So that's her decision, and that's her decision to back up the protesters.
And how about the border? When they ask her about the border, I haven't been to Europe either.
And when Brian Kilmeade, his co-host, said that word, well, Lawrence Jones, a libertarian, said nothing. He said nothing. We all know why, of course. He said nothing.
Texans don't claim Austin.
Really? Because it's
very
so
liberal.
It's huge.
Okay, and everybody, the liberals moving there, and it's a mess. They wanted to fund the police
capital,
there.
Though.
Yeah, it is the capital. So we're forced to go there if we want to go to that.
And they're big pro-homeless. It's become a magnet for homeless.
They're big pro-homeless. I want you to just let that sink in a little bit, because what is the other option? Go ahead.
That's where the big pro-homeless industry is located.
And it's a mess. They wanted to fund the police
capital,
there.
Though.
Yeah, it is the capital. So we're forced to go there if we want to go to that.
And they're big pro-homeless. It's become a magnet for homeless underneath the tunnels and
crime is out of control.
All the people from California that moved down to Texas, is that where they went? They went to Austin for like-minded people.
Mm-hmm. The tech companies are all there. So those San Francisco people, that's their community. That's why they look the same.
Would you classify Dallas? Dallas is pretty liberal, right?
Yeah, it's liberal, but the suburbs are actually quite conservative. And actually, Dallas didn't defund the police. The crime rate has actually gone down in Dallas.
Let's go out to Austin, where Dan Crenshaw calls home.
Now, but contemplate this for just a moment. Like, they're a magnet for homeless people. Like, no, he doesn't even say people. He doesn't call them people. What does anti-homeless mean? You're literally talking about people as if they are like vermin.
Yeah, that was bad. And then there was another moment that he had.
Oh my God. I don't think men should do this. My hands are too big for this.
Okay. I don't think men should do this. My hands are too big for this. This being folding a folded or fitted sheet.
I gotta be honest, from their segment on AIPAC and how there are so many Dems who just simply will not speak out and continue to allow themselves to lose elections, for them to allow themselves to not try and get not just a majority, but a supermajority in all three branches. It really is quite moving to see what many would determine on the surface as liberal white women, although they are in red states, saying the things that they are. It cleanses one's soul to see. No one is going to be perfect in the podcasting space, but considering the stances that they have taken and the hypocrisies that Pumps and Jen Welch have been able to point out on their show, it is proving to be, especially, I can't forget, with, God, what's his name? He's horrible. I was about to say Mitt Romney, but that's not it. Rahm Emanuel. With Rahm Emanuel, the takedown that they had of him, and also showing how Rahm Emanuel, who covered up the Laquan McDonald murder by Chicago police in order for him to continue to have political clout, even though that should derail his entire career in politics, it's showing that they simply don't care, that they have actually had it, and that they're going to call out anybody and everybody. This is a positive. And it's something we need more of.